Welcome to the Flicks Picks and the Nitpicks, and I am your host, Nove718. Yay. And it is November 15th, 2 days late from reviewing the Sonic the Hedgehog trailer. You know, I'm just getting back into the recording thing. I'm about to get back on my grizzle with this. And we're going to check this trailer out. Now, first off, you seen on the channel, check me out about my Sonic and the Hedgehog trailer. I didn't see what the big deal was with Sonic the Hedgehog. He clearly looked like Sonic the Hedgehog. People wanted to make a bigger deal out of it than they needed to be. I just think this was just fans want to make a scene about a film that they weren't going to go see anyway. Like the people that have grown up with Sonic, come on, man. We're not breaking our back to go see this movie. This movie should have came out at least once before to at least make you feel like you could see what the possibilities are. Now we're so far out from it. It's like, and you got to remember, Sonic was pegged to be like the rival to Mario. With all intents and purposes, it did a pretty decent job, but it never was like Mario. Mario kept going and going and going. Its strongest moment to try to rival it was around the 90s. But then Sonic kind of tapered off after the cartoons were done. You didn't really see Sonic's name come up, only in like reruns, like if you was watching like Cartoon Network or something. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna keep it real. I liked both animated Sonics. Like I liked Sonic, you know, but I was more of a Mario dude, but I did like Sonic, and that was around the time where he could have made his best impact. Now, you know what I mean? It doesn't even have like the luxury of a recent game to come out, at least none that I know of. And if it did, it wasn't as big, or it was very niche. So it was already going up an uphill battle. And I'm not mad you went to try for Sonic. I would have just kept him in his world. I would have never did a cross hybrid. And like some other people say, you could have did that later down the line, and I could give you that. You know, at least build the character up, Sonic, more. But in any event, people cried and said it was the most atrocious thing and weirdest thing they've ever seen. And I'm like, I think y'all dudes are really stretching the batter. It wasn't that deep. Like, they made Sonic the way I figured they would have probably made him. Look like he could really run. He was very lean. He looked like a runner. You know, people was like, where's his gloves? I'm like, yo, he was a naked blue hedgehog in sneakers. He had everything going except that he was a little bit stretched, so you could actually see his knees bend. He wasn't like a little thing with big ass feet, like so extra cartoony. Now, mind you, people said, well, they should have did like Pokemon. I'm not mad, but you got to remember, this was probably being made right around the time Pokemon was being made. Pokemon came out like early this year or in the summer, early in the summer. So the first trailer for this came out, I think, shortly after that. So they already was in well into the movie. You know, this was a design that they went with while they was still like wrapping up probably Pokemon. So to be quite fair, if they would have seen how Pokemon did, they would have said, you know what, we could do this. We don't have to really change up the story that much. If we totally embrace it, they may accept it. You know, I mean, we're this far into the game. We've seen Pokemon's out, but Pokemon wasn't out. And Pokemon, from what I understand, did pretty decent. So all they had to do was just like, you could do it in the real world if that's what you wanted to mix it up with, but you would have had a better template for it. And then that movie, that success, you could have bounced off of that, because that was kind of also a video game, kind of sort of, but more anime. So I mean, you got to remember, it had anime going for it a little bit too. But needless to say, an IP is a little bit more, it's a little fresher now. Like, this is the younger generation's thing. So Pokemon is really like now, like the kids of now. You know what I mean? Growing up on Pokemon. You know what I'm saying? So, Pokemon just had like a little bit more staying power. Is it as iconic? Not per se as Sonic. Maybe not per se, but to be honest, for Sonic to have been a little bit younger, when you think about it, it's only a little bit younger, to be quite honest. it rivals it right now at this moment. Yeah. But in any event, it's not a surprise that Pokemon was more successful with what they did. You know what I mean? If for nothing else, starting with that, then everything else would be, they were a lot more faithful to the character designs. But at that point, you couldn't really, you had to embrace it or not make this movie at all. Like the Pokemon would, it's not even like Pikachu. Pikachu has to always like look like Pikachu. Sonic was so far out, like they felt like they could tweak it up a little bit, make them look a little bit different, differentiate themselves from the game enough to be its own thing in the films, but still be able, but it's still completely off of the original design because it's completely Sonic. But people just, like, if you ask me, people made too much a big deal out of it. What you tag lame, the game is follow the leader. Everybody wants to just jump on the bandwagon. It was funny. People just enjoy busting jokes on it. Cool, you got it. Don't get me wrong, I get it. But Sonic didn't look that ridiculous. Like, it, no more than a blue hedgehog would. Like, Sonic looked like Sonic. It wasn't that deep. Like, it didn't make me it didn't throw me off. He didn't look that creepy. Like, people did too much with that. But in all fairness, I do understand how they felt. It was like, yeah, like, you could have, that don't look like Sonic. Nah, it does look like Sonic. You know it does. But you knew it was like, dang, man, you just seen Pokemon. So if they could do it, you just felt like, dang, man, they made that work. Like, so that's the Sonic you go with? Like, we you don't even have to do that no more. If you do it right, you can actually make that Sonic work. But the problem was that the fans didn't see the movie, so you didn't know how this movie would have worked. And I like what someone else said, like, and I've also said the script is going to be the same. Like, that's why I keep seeing all this extra positive review. Nah, that was because someone kissed your ass, and part of me wished that they didn't, because now I feel like the movie's not gonna do good. And I hope I'm wrong, but I feel like the movie is not going to do good. It didn't help the movie any. You know what I mean? Oh, well, I mean, it could only help, but it didn't really move the needle in that way. You might have, let's put it this way. You might have picked up an extra million or two, if that. Like, I don't see no one going to see this movie. You know what I mean? Just because, if for no other reason, no one really cares about Sonic like that, was thinking about Sonic like that. You know what I mean? You was better off making a cartoon movie. But if anything, you should have left it. If you wanted to do this next step up, you should have made it an all full animated film, 3D animated film. And like someone else said, that you can make it come into the real world if you wanted to play that game. But I'm almost positive maybe you just didn't have the money to go do that. But we're here now. They listen to the fans, quote unquote. So they're gonna go out there and they push the movie back and change the design. And I like what another YouTuber had stated, John Campia. He said that and he's right when he said yo, it's already animated and rigged. If anything, all you had to do was just do another model and then just change the model out, and it'll go through the whole animated sequence. And I was like, legitimately, he's actually right. Like, all you really had to do is redesign the model and then re-render the whole film and maybe do some mild tweaks. That's why even though they pushed it back, it was just to do the other stuff. Like, you still got to do some work, but you don't have, the bulk of the work was done. It's already animated. You know what I mean? All you had to do was just go through the movie and tweak certain things, because now Sonic is a little shorter. Now someone else said something I didn't think about. The worry was that the voice might not match the body, because now Sonic looks more like confident. The way he looks a little bit closer to the way he's drawn. When they did it more realistically, he was supposed to look, and he kind of did. So I could believe that was what they were going for. He came off a little bit more awkward because, he's in the real world. So they was like, maybe he now the voice doesn't really match the body, because the voice was a little bit more awkward the way the original one kind of looked, which to be fair, he did a little bit more awkward, and I think that's what people wanted to say. He looked a tad more awkward, but the way they made his face, he looked like he was a little bit more awkward, so the voice sounded awkward would match the voice. Now that he looks completely different, it looks a little weird because he doesn't match the body now. And now, to be fair, maybe we only did see one trailer with the voice and the character. People didn't like it anyway, so, you know, to be fair, I could see that could be, maybe that's a legitimate argument. It sounds like a legitimate argument. I could actually see that. So someone else made the joke that maybe when it's funny that only the things they fixed is what they showed you. He actually starts turning into the other one because he's been on Earth a little too long. I was like, yo, that's kind of cool. If anyway, and he down the line ends up turning brown or whatever into a real hedgehog. I was like, I can see them do that. That would be interesting. But I don't know if you can make it work. But I mean, I took it more as a joke. But I was like, yo, I could see them do that. But I don't know. I mean, let's just go check it out together. I just want to throw all these on the table because this is what I've been hearing. I seen little thumbnails, and I just to cue it up, I saw a little glimpse. So it looks more like the actual animated drawn Sonic, which is cool. I mean, on other reasons, I kind of wish they didn't change for fans that wasn't gonna go see it anyway. And plus, with the way toxic fandom is, I don't want this to be a trend where people bully people into changing the dynamic of the film, because maybe everything they did was very specific and it will look better the way the artist wants to present it. But there's also, and I have to be fair, also a lot to be said by listening to the people that's going to buy into it, because they are your customers and you should listen to it. But the way they did, the outcries was just a little ridiculous. But in any event, let's go check this out together. We'll see if it's all that people was cracking up to be. Does it change the whole movie? We'll check it out, man. And I heard that they said the original is now on private, but we'll find out, man. Alright, so let's check it out.
I'm Sonic, a little ball of super energy in an extremely handsome package.
Yeah.
On my planet, people were always after my powers.
So an extremely handsome package.
It gets a little lonely, but that's okay. I am living my best life on Earth.
Yeah, this is much better. This is much better.
Let the plate Sonic. Let the pitcher's mound also Sonic. Ugh, I can't with that guy.
Okay, he just fucked up. Let me do this again.
I'm Sonic, a little ball of super energy in an extremely handsome package. On my planet, people were always after my powers, so I came to yours. It gets a little lonely, but that's okay. I am living my best life on Earth.
This should have been your first.
Let the plate Sonic.
But I haven't
Let
seen
the
it
pitcher's mound also Sonic.
It's gonna look like it overly stands out because he still looks completely.
I can't with that guy.
So I don't know how he's gonna look in the same competition in the real world, but I like it. I like the first one. I like this one a lot better, of course, but yeah. Anyway, let's go check this one out.
They're coming for me. If they steal my power, they could in an extremely handsome package. On my planet, people were always after my powers, so I came to yours. It gets a little lonely, but that's okay. I am living my best life on Earth. Ow! Let the plate Sonic. Let the pitcher's mound also Sonic. Ugh, I can't with that guy. Uh-oh.
Why are you hiding out in my garage?
They're coming for me! If they steal my power, they could conquer the universe. You have to help me.
No, I don't. Please, it's life or death.
Good morning, my rural chum.
Mr. Dr. Robotnik, I'm going to give you 5 seconds to tell me where it is.
Wait! Don't hurt him! Road trip?
This can't be happening to me.
Oh my God, stop the car right now.
What?
The world's largest rubber band ball? We gotta see it.
No, this is not some fun family road trip.
You're right. It was lame. Gift shop was cool, though.
Whatever this creature is, I'm going to uncover the source of its power.
Yeah, hey.
I just thought you might like a latte with steamed Austrian goat milk.
Of course I want a latte.
I love the way you make them!
We gotta lay low. Let me show you how it's done. So should we get out of here?
Yeah, time to go.
I always want to do this. Nailed it! Uh-oh. Let's go! Here comes the boom!
How are you not dead?
I have no idea!
Oh! Give me a big, fat break!
That was an illegal left, by the way.
Aw, this one is cute. Let's keep him. Oh, come on! You've got car insurance, right?
Why would you throw your life away for this?
I like it. I like it.
Alien.
I really like
Time.
it. I'm not gonna lie, I really like it. You know what I mean? Like in terms of design, a better trailer than the first one. Even though I kind of did like the Gangsta's Paradise joint, even though the record is so didn't really like. Why did we go with this one? But I liked how they played it throughout the trailer, the way it went. Like it kind of made it
Well, I don't see the appeal.
go a little bit.
That is very
The way it
gross.
was cutting it up. So yeah, I liked it. I ain't go front. I kind of like the Gangsta's Paradise over it too, even though it made no sense. I liked how it hit, but they did need to change it up for these people. I think they could have found a better record though, but it seems extremely kiddish for a film that's supposed to really be for the people of that generation that remember it, because there hasn't been a lot of Sonic the Hedgehog work out there during this time period. In any event, let's check it out one more time. Let's cue this bad boy up and go.
I'm Sonic, a little ball
I like
of super
it.
energy
I like the design.
in an extremely handsome package. On my planet, people were always after my powers, so I came to yours. It gets
Yeah,
a
they
little
really should
lonely,
have stayed in the
but that's okay. I am living my best life on Earth.
The voice is decent with him. Like, I'm a
No.
trip.
Let the plate Sonic! Let the bitches mount also Sonic! Ugh, I can't with that guy. Uh-oh.
Why are you hiding out in my garage?
They're coming for me! If they steal my power, they could conquer the universe. You have to help me.
No, I don't.
Please, it's life or death.
Good morning, my rural chum.
Mr. Dr. Robotnik, I'm going to give you 5 seconds to tell me where it is.
Wait! Don't hurt him! Road trip? Whoop, whoop.
This can't be happening to me.
Oh my God, stop
I
the
like
car
the
right
design
now.
though.
The world's largest rubber band ball? We gotta see it!
No, this is not some fun
But
family
he
road
clearly doesn't even look like he's in
You're
that
right.
world.
It was lame. Gift shop was cool, though.
Keep rendering that.
Whatever this creature is, I'm going to uncover the source of its power.
Yeah, hey.
They still made him a little long.
I just thought you might like a latte with steamed Austrian goat milk.
Of course I want a latte.
I love the way you make them!
We gotta lay low. Let me show you how it's done. So should we get out of here?
Yeah, time to go.
I always want to do this. Nailed it! Uh-oh. Let's go! Here comes the boom!
How are you not dead?
I have no idea!
I like it. Like I'm smiling over here.
That was an illegal left, by the way.
Aw, this one is cute. Let's keep him. Oh, come on! You've got car insurance,
I was
right?
smiling the whole trailer.
Why would
Like,
you throw
I
your
like
life
it. I like
away
the
for this
trailer.
silly little alien?
I still
Good
don't
time.
think
my
it's
friend.
something that I'm gonna run out and see.
This is my
just
power.
out of curiosity.
And I'm using it to protect
I really don't
my friends.
I have some time out to check it out. Like, I ain't ready to really want curiosity, but I don't see anyone really gonna be like,
you're supposed to be
I gotta
Tom's
go
best
see
friend
this.
that he
'Cause
won't
if
shut
this
up
was a trailer
about.
that came out first,
Well, I don't see the appeal.
people would have been
That
like,
is very gross.
but now that they got something out of the complaining, now people like, yeah, you know, patting themselves on the back. But the question is that enough for them to feel motivated to go see? Like I said, I mean, any help is good help. I just don't know. I don't think it'll be the difference between $42 million opening weekend and 75. It's not going to be that big of a difference. It's going to be like, if it's 42, it'll be 42.51, 42.52. If that. And if that, I'll be honest with you, I won't be surprised if it was 42.45 at best. 47 max. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the opening weekend. I don't think it's going to be something that will elevate it further than in, like, oh man, we made up a lot of bread. Like, you still might end up in a deficit. I think someone quoted $6 million to go re-render it. I don't know, but let's just see. I like it though. In terms of a trailer, I do like it as a trailer. You know what I'm saying? But it's not about what I think, it's about what you guys think. You know what I mean? I think the design is a better design. It looks more cartoony than it actually does like it's in the real world. That I will say. You know? But it's not about me, it's about you guys. What you guys think about it. Like, share, subscribe. See you next time. And as always, I'll have a better outro. Chill.
And I'm using it to protect my friends.
Let's go! Let's go!
So, you're supposed to be Tom's best friend that he won't shut up about. Well, I don't see the appeal. That is very gross.